Hello. Since our last Children's Parliament update, things have been a lot harder because we're back in lockdown. But we've still been pushing on with our investigation for the Climate Assembly. It's been great seeing each other every week on Zoom and learning from the experts about tackling the climate emergency. Like you, we've been learning about how we eat, where we get our food from, how we use our land and seas, our lifestyles, the way we travel, and how we work and learn. So here's what we've been up to.
First of all, we looked at what changes we need to make to our diets and where we got our food from. Here, Molly will tell you a bit about one of the activities we did together.
What we had to do was we had to pick some foods that maybe you like or just some foods, and then we had to investigate where they're from and how far they're from. And I found out that some watermelon is from South Africa, burger is from Aberdeenshire, and the dark chocolate is from Madagascar and Germany. I didn't know every the food was from so far away. It maybe could be some to help climate change. We could try and make more foods here.
I don't think people are bothered to read all the ingredients and where it's come from. I think it should be bolder on the packaging to know where it actually was from.
Well, the things that need to be done is we need to make it more accessible to be able to buy from local stores.
We've also been learning about how we use our land and seas and what we should be doing differently in Scotland.
We live off of water and we live off land, our earth. It's a huge part of our lives.
People aren't aware that our land and seas are being damaged by us.
We met with Mike and Rosie from the John Muir Trust to learn more.
Something like nearly 5.5 million people in Scotland, so only 400 of them own 80% of the land. So that's quite they're the people we need to really, need to sort of really try and make sure do the right thing.
I thought of an idea. So you know how it's 400 people own 80% of the land in Scotland? Why don't we just get all 400 of them people onto this call and tell them to plant loads of trees on their land?
Do you know, Ben, if we make that happen, I think we would be onto something.
Do it.
All 100 members of Children's Parliament have been sharing their ideas on what lifestyle changes we should make. But we know this isn't easy for many children and adults.
Sometimes it's really hard to have a less carbon footprint because all the shops are importing stuff to make more money because they think it's just up to them to make money, whereas it's actually not because they're killing the planet doing that. So I think it's up to the government and the shopkeepers to reduce plastic and reduce the food miles and all their food and try their hardest to do that.
And we speak to big toy markets, LOLs, because I got an LOL for my 10th birthday. It had 5-6 layers of plastic wrapping, and then it had the plastic box, and then it had the plastic bags. They should really cut back on the plastic.
Yeah, and then the toys themselves are
pure plastic.
Yeah.
Other big changes we need to make is how we travel, to school, work, and in our communities, and on holiday too.
We need to change the way we travel by land and air because it's not good what we're doing. There are so many planes coming up and down. They could just cut back to just one plane, and not have lots and lots of planes that are only half full. It's really, really not good for the environment.
Cars and planes emit high levels of greenhouse gases. We should swap to electric cars, but they are too expensive to buy for many people.
Well, the thing that needs to happen is there should be a rule, 1 car per household, and public transport should be cheaper to use, and there should be more cycle to school and cycle to work schemes so that more people are encouraged to cycle and walk.
In France, and so
to cut down on admissions, they made this school bus with pedals on it, and it's got all the stuff for the driver at the front seat. And it's got like a trunk at the back for where they can put their school bags. And underneath the pedals, it's got like this net bit in case their foot slips off.
What did people think of this? That was a brilliant description. Thank you, Tyler.
I absolutely love the idea. Like, I want one so bad in Scotland.
I think it's amazing, and it seems so much fun because that means you might be able to go with your friends, and then you'll just be pedaling. It'll be really fun because then it'll be kind of fun. As we've been learning more about what we need to do in Scotland to tackle the climate emergency, we've realised just how important education is for children and adults.
It's really important that all children and adults in Scotland learn about what climate change is and what we can do to tackle it in Scotland.
We've been inspired to take action, such as litter picking on our dog walks and making hedgehog homes.
We've got 3 sticks, put them all together, and then use the door.
We've also been having lots of fun together, even though we all live in different parts of Scotland. Often, our Zoom call snack breaks turn into dance parties. In our next film, we'll be sharing the calls to action we and the other 88 members of Children's Parliament have created together. We'll see you next time in our next film. Bye!